This shocking video was captured by the dash cam of a New York State Department of Transportation vehicle on Interstate 81. In the clip, a yellow Penske truck traveling northbound failed to notice a work zone on the right side of the highway. The truck continued at full speed and went on to hit two DOT vehicles, a crash attenuator and a small dump truck, before veering off-road into an embankment. This happened at noon, and luckily, the man standing between the vehicles acted just in time, saving himself from what could have been a fatal blow. Miraculously, there were no injuries to the workers, as no one was in the vehicles, and thanks to his quick reflexes, he lived to tell the tale. The driver of the truck was 36-year-old Muhammad Wesley, who was fortunate to come out with only a ticket and minor injuries. This next horrific video was captured by the S8 Pro Handle camera of a 36-year-old male biker earlier this year. It shows the view of a man casually enjoying a bike ride through the woods, everything seemingly normal, until things take a terrifying turn. This man was biking along a familiar forest trail he knew so well, he could ride it with his eyes closed. He rode the trail every week, feeling confident it was safe and familiar. But on this tragic morning, he decided to take a slightly less familiar route than the one he had mastered, and didn't notice the steep decline in the terrain that accelerated his bike to about 45 kilometers per hour. This resulted in him losing control, being flung off, and hitting his head hard. He laid unconscious at the spot for about 22 hours before being rescued in critical condition. Thankfully, he survived and left a full account of his ordeal on Reddit. Feel free to check out the link in the pinned comment. This insane video was captured by a phone camera on a railway bridge in Veracruz, Mexico, sometime in late 2021. You can see a person trying to move a large piece of metal near the edge of an elevated concrete structure, mere seconds before he's met with a horrifying experience.
Cuando viene más, mira. Te va a levantar, güey, te va a jalar. Te va a jalar la muerte, güey. Ese güey, la muerte, güey. Ya te estoy grabando por si te vas para abajo, güey. Tengo mostrado que fue por tu negligencia. Ahí va, mira. ¡No mames! ¡No mames!
The 19-year-old tourist, identified as Jesus Eduardo Perez Vallejo, was apparently surveying this tourist destination with his friends before attempting to move one of the rails and throw it into the ravine. After numerous failed attempts, the heavy rail's center of gravity was distorted, allowing it to act as a lever, consequently pulling him by the groin 30 meters into the void below. What's even crazier is he repeatedly ignored his friends' warnings that death would pull you down. Beware, mere seconds before the accident. Thankfully, he survived with only minor injuries to the arms and legs. This video was captured by CCTV cameras at a construction site in Boppard, Germany, sometime in early 2021. What you're seeing is a crane recovery effort by specialists. You can see a tipped-over crane suspended by two mobile cranes from above and a steel support below. You may be confused, but it'll all make sense in a little while. I wouldn't have blamed you if you thought they were no longer with us, considering these cranes weigh over 68 tons. According to reports, the two men were attaching a chain hoist underneath the damaged crane when suddenly, the securing loops for one of the supporting cranes gave way. It's quite insane. Only a bent steel support prevented the 68-ton machine from completely crushing the men beneath it, leading to a zero-fatality outcome for what would have been a most terrifying experience. This downright unbelievable clip was captured by CCTV cameras in Dindoli, India, on October 5th of this year, 2024. It shows a woman eating an apple while crossing a wet, narrow street, unaware she's about to have a very horrifying experience. Take a look. If you thought she'd get run over or something, then you'd be wrong because, upon crossing the street, a massive water tank fell from a rooftop, landing directly on top of her. What's even more insane is that seconds later, she emerged from the tank inlet, dazed but unharmed. A neighbor rushed over to help as both looked up, stunned at where the tank had fallen from. Reports later revealed that a scrap collector had accidentally knocked it over from the roof. Luckily, the tank was made of flexible plastic instead of metal. Otherwise, this woman's luck might have run out in that instant. Another thing to note is that the shocking incident happened right as she was returning home from donating to a local temple. Maybe some good karma. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments section below. If you think the wall in this clip looks eerie, you wouldn't be so wrong. Captured by security cameras in Vladivostok, Russia, on the 24th of August, 2024, what happens next is a devastating turn of events. Take a look.
Люди бегут убирать машины, бля. Капец, что происходит. Капец, капец. Ё-моё. Ё-моё.
А это не знаете чьи?
Это не с нашего дома.
Она все сейчас упадет.
Ё-моё. Ой, как страшно. Сейчас на машине все. Ёпарасоте. Ё-моё, это страшно. Все, хана, блядь. Ёб твою мать.
Recorded before noon, the clip shows the concrete blocks in a retaining wall beginning to shift, signaling an imminent collapse. One woman, noticing the danger, bravely rushed forward to save her car, parked dangerously close to the crumbling structure. This man also considered moving his car, too, but after a moment of hesitation, he chose to prioritize his safety and decided against it. A choice that proved to be a wise one, as the retaining wall collapsed and totally crushed 7 cars. Fortunately, officials later confirmed that no one was injured in the collapse, thanks in part to those who made quick, cautious decisions to step away. While the exact cause of the collapse is still under investigation, officials suspect poor structural design and recent heavy rain, which likely weakened the foundation and added pressure, causing the collapse. For the bonus video, we have this insane clip that was recorded at Skiathos Airport, Greece, in late 2015. The airport, constructed by reclaiming land from the sea, is famous for its short runway and proximity to a public road, making it a perfect hotspot for plane spotters. The tourists you see on screen are plane spotting. Adventure should never come at the cost of safety, and this is no exception. A few moments into their most thrilling experience, they all soon realized it was a bad idea, as the commercial aircraft blasted them with a gust of violent, uncontrollable wind that sent them flying backward. Thankfully, none of them sustained any major injuries, as these aircraft can easily produce winds that exceed 100 miles per hour, equivalent to a Category 2 hurricane. Standing in such a risky spot for the thrill is as dangerous as standing in a horse's kick zone. One gust from the engine could easily have led to fatalities.